Hello, Nitro Gang. I'm back again. I'm just here to bring some info about the video because there's quite a lot. For starters, I have done my research on Nazo's 299 helper in crime. She goes by the name Jenny, but spelled J-E-N-I, not J-E-N-N-Y. All I know that she is a smart scientist that has been working with the organization that Nazo TWON is for some time now. Now I'm gonna be breaking the fourth wall here. I also wanted to mention that the voices that I'll be using are done with 11 labs, with both version 2 and version 3. Jenny's voice will be using Penny Parker's voice, with which I took the time to grab voices from the Marvel Rivals files. There will be a few weird emotions occurring from the Nazos since I was using 11 Labs V3 AI model. Then I put in the voices into another AI model, so it's like, yeah, there's that. But hey, at least Jenny's voice sounds very good. You're gonna be hearing her quite a few. Oh, and one last thing. This video is also where I release my Nazo TWON Nitro Patch. The main difference is during Chaos Nazo, he will gain a chance of super armor, as well as increased damage with more defense and other buffs. You can also have this Nazo start in his Chaos form. During your selection screen, depending on your controls, press the Start key plus A key. I have a screenshot here. Since people controls are different for each Mugen, these are the keys that I mean. And this applies to all my other characters too, that has this palette. Check your control settings. These are the keys that I mean. What I mean by the start key, it may not be your actual start key on your keyboard or on your controller, however you play it. You may have it set differently, like how for the default settings here, they had it set for return. However it was, I forgot. But do this while you pick Nazo TWON Nitro Patch from your roster. Now that I got that out of the way, let's see how Nazo 2099 handles his other multiverse self.
So this other Nazo appears to be resting here after his destruction.
Is what my data tells me.
Relaxing after a destructive finish towards the Sonic heroes, Shadow and the Angel Island. Thought he would continue his destruction right away. Guess I got lucky.
I already set up matters on your device for whenever he tries to take away your chaos control and such. He will still be strong, but your training should be helpful for taking out this foe.
I appreciate the feedback. Though even when the Master Emerald can take away the chaos powers of one and such, would it still apply to ones from another multiverse? Unless the Master Emerald power is considered multiversal, I can understand the warning labels it carries.
Best not to take things for granted, Nazo. Proceed the mission with caution. If the outcome ends up being worse than measure, then give them a whooping.
A little whooping, you say, in case things go south. Got that loud and clear, Jenny. Going to have a talk with myself. A little humor there.
Noted. That's some good humor. I knew you can be funny.
Finally, I gotten rid of that pesky hedgehog. That punch really did a number on me. I underestimate you, Knuckles, protector of the Master Emeralds. It's a shame it didn't protect you at that very moment. Crazy move for that fox, too. Didn't know that boy was smart enough to even create a smaller energy that can be used. Who knew having that part from that old Mecha Sonic model that Dr. Eggman mentioned came in clutch. Too bad. I never thanked him for it. And there is no need. What? Impossible. Am I seeing double? How can there be another Nazo? You don't seem to be made of metal, like those metal Nazos Dr. Eggman made. What brings you here anyway? All the destruction is done. I would have let you get dibs on that fox if he weren't so miserable. That is not why I'm here. And don't consider me as a Nazo either. Not your version anyway. I'm sorry? Let's cut to the chase. You're not supposed to be alive. Of course not. I thought I got killed by that hyperfusion from those two. Seems they didn't get to you. No. You weren't supposed to survive the onslaught that happened with you against the Sonic heroes. What do you mean? You're acting very weird. What's going on? What has happened is that you broke a multiversial role. And unless you don't consider my invite, we are going to be in a lot of trouble. You arrived to me acting all weird about this multiversial role that I didn't know exist. Are you some type of multiverse cop? In a way, yes. As for the multiversial role, no one should know how to break it, nor considering breaking one. And when that happens, that's when I arrived. So, you won't back down till I go with you to jail, to imprison me after finally storing a victory on those pesky heroes? You are right. You look like me. You sound like me. But you aren't me. You don't act like me. Whoever did this to you is very lousy for their decision. If you want to bring me to prison, then you must do it by force. This is your last warning, Nazo from Multiverse 54297. Make me then. Guess I can see how strong I am against another Nazo. Alright then. I try warning you. Don't think this will be an easy fight. This will end very badly for you.
Round 1. Fight!
Well then, it seems we've been fighting for a while. Our health regeneration seems to be about the same. You notice that now? I already know how to take you down and still keep you in bars. I would like to see you try, Cop Nazo. There is no need to add cop to my name. Well, you made my name rather long with those numbers you were yapping earlier. I'm getting bored of this back and forth. Let's see how you stock up against my newest form. I'm back! Even more powerful than what Jenny told me. I'm gonna have to transform soon to keep up with his power, or else I'm done for. So, how do you like it? I decided that while I'm in this form, you can call me Chaos Nazo. If I were you, I would transform to that perfect form I used to wield. Unless you're scared of me taking your powers. Is that what you think? Me? Scared? I already was prepared for your threats and even trained for this very moment. Don't think your eliminating powers will do anything to me. What? There's no way you have a counter for that. That's impossible. Oh, but I do. And thanks to a very smart person, I can confidently say you will not be using that toward your advantage. Alright, you got me there. But you still haven't transformed yet. So what makes you think you still have the advantage? I'm just testing to see how far my based form can take me. Helps out in the long run, since I have a power-up that I can use. A power-up? You're bluffing! What is this power? His chaos energy increased drastically. Hang on. Why did I get the feeling? If you're comparing this power-up to Shadow's, then yes, this is indeed my version of Chaos Boost. And it's somehow keeping up with me? I might have underestimated him. Oh, you sure did. You shouldn't ask for this fight. You know what? I think I'm satisfied enough. Time for round 3. Round 3? Since when? Since now. I'm ending this little game we are playing.
The raw power of chaos! At last, my transformation is complete.
It has been a while since I saw my perfect form. Wait, didn't my voice change during that form? Yes, but I decided to keep my voice from before. I didn't know that was possible. Me neither, but I got into work somehow. A little training, I guess. Regardless, you can't beat me.
Impressive. A tad garish, but think I'll try my hand.
You already forgotten I can counter that little trick of yours. Oh, shut up, you hero wannabe.
Indeed.
Hey, what are you doing? There. That will keep you from using your powers on the way back. You think this will... Oh, wow. It can prevent me from using any powers. Exactly. And you will cooperate with me until we get to your Geo format cell, which will also seal your powers away. Sheesh. Okay. Can I say, though, you are more powerful than I imagine you be. You're complimenting me now? Regardless of your hero ways, at least you're not made of metal. So yes. All right. I will take that compliment. Maybe, if you're nice enough, I will mention you to the organization of Mise, to task you into the Multiverse. I will keep my options open. Okay then. Jenny, I have captured the Nazo of this multiverse and will be returning to HQ. Do you copy?
Copy, Nazo. However, while you were fighting, a situation occurred that is in need of your assistance.
Is it another Hyper Chaos Plus solar system threat?
Another what? What kind of name is that?
1 second, Jemmy. That was the level of threat you were during your Chaos form. Hyper Chaos Plus? Oh... Now I get it. That's a very clever way to name it. Carry on with your conversation with whoever you are speaking to. Okay then, as you were saying, Jenny.
Hang on. Oh, right now I remember. No, it isn't another threat. But I'm not reading Seal Kadoom's whereabouts.
Oh? And why should I be worried?
Nazo! This is serious. Seal Kadoom data reads that he may have been in a fight with somebody. Not sure whom, but in just a few minutes his energy levels were showing near critical, and before I gotten a clear read on it, his energy trace was gone.
His energy trace was gone?
Yes, that is what happened while you were battling. Wait, hang on. I just gotten more data back. It says that he may be alive, but he may still be in critical state. Seal Kadoom is your strongest partner in crime. I know how you two make a great team and your small friendships that you two created. I don't want him to end up having the same fate that happened with our last partner in crime.
Did you have to mention about that, Jenny? You know how bad that topic is now. I still think about him to this day. He was a good, strong, hybrid cyborg. May he rest in peace.
I'm sorry, Nazo. I got carried away about it. But getting back to topic, you have to find him and see if he is okay.
As for the other upcoming level threat missions that may happen soon,
I have made some arrangements and let the organization know about the situation. Once you got that Nazo in the cyber bars, meet up with me and I will take you to his last known location. Please, Nazo, he is technically your best friend! Or as you would like to called, your best frenemies.
Fine, Jenny, fine. Once I finish with this Nazo, then I will help you find Seal Kadoom.
Thank you very much for this, Nazo. I will see you in HQ. Copy out.
Copy out. Good grief, Seal Kadoom. What happened to you while I was gone? Weren't you on your break? Guess I will find out soon.
So Mecha Sonic, after that brawl with Seal Kadoom, I had some questions. If you mentioned that only one pair of Chaos Emeralds were allowed in one multiverse, did you grab your pair from this multiverse?
No, I stole them from another multiverse that I was held captured by an organization.
Held capture by an organization? Wait! Mecha Sonic, this multiverse that we are in now, is not your main multiverse?
No, it isn't. Since you mentioned your story on how you got here, let me tell you my story on how I got here. About 1 year ago, I headed to Yoshi's Island to find the remaining Chaos Emeralds. During my search, Sonic, Shadow, some 2 mustache bros, and Yoshi tried to stop me from taking the Chaos Emeralds I have gotten. During the brawl, Sonic bashed me to a question block with some star inside. That star contained huge powers that can only be used for a few seconds. Before Sonic reacted, I managed to grab the star, taunted Sonic, and destroyed Yoshi's Island along with him and every living being on that island. That's when he arrived. A portal then opens up. A white figure that appears to be Sonic but isn't shows up from the portal. He then mentions that I broke some multiverse rule that I wasn't supposed to succeed in eradicating the heroes. I got mad from his words, and so I fought this figure. After a few minutes, he knocked me out of my power source and captured me in this clear-like cell with the Chaos Emeralds not in my possession. This clear cell I was in was located in another multiverse. As I heard from the other cellmates, they said this place was impossible to escape, but I proved them wrong. During the fight I had back in the now destroyed Yoshi's Island, I managed to grab his fighting data from our brawl. The cellmates told me he was called Nazo 2099, and he was one of the strongest member of the so-called group, the Multiverse. With his own fighting techniques being used to my advantage, not only that I managed to escape, but I stole a Multiverse's full pair of Chaos Emeralds along with me. He was just about to use it, but I then teleported sneak attack behind him, grabbing his Chaos Emeralds in the process. Just when I was about to escape, some hybrid spike hair cyborg tries stopping me in my tracks. To my surprise, he holed up to me rather well during our brawl. almost having the same difficulty as I had with this Nazo 2099. In the end, he perished by my hands, and I managed to escape to this multiverse to where I am now. Since 6 months, I laid low to prevent from being caught again by this Nazo 2099, and in just a few months after, we have met.
Oh, wow. So it seems that you have a bounty on your head from this multi-force you speak of. So from that story you told me, do you think Sealkadoom may also be part of the multi-force?
You know what? You might be onto something there. He did just appeared out of nowhere, almost like he was watching our fight before he walked up on us.
And he did had his own pair of Chaos Emeralds, which you did mention. They were from another multiverse.
There is no doubt about it. That Sealkadoom we just fought against was indeed part of the multi-force. And if he is here, then that means this Nazo 2099 will show up to look for him after his critical state you left him. You should have eradicated him while you had the chance, Sonic Black.
Oh, you're blaming me now. How should I know that he was part of this multi-force? You fought him too. Why didn't you get him?
Because that was your battle. I assist you because he took you down, but I wanted you to get the battle win, since that was your fight to begin with. But instead, you let him go. Forget about it. He doesn't know our exact routes, so we still have time before they interfered with our plans. Here we are. This is the place.
It's rundown Mecha Sonic. How can a full metal Sonic body be in perfect condition in that place of a dump?
Because it's located just below where it was left untouched. There are bogies inside this building, so keep that in mind when you approach.